Okay, this is Paul with PJM Incorporated, and we just completed an inspection at 267 Margate Drive. I'm going to cover just the major aspects of the house so that you have a general idea of the condition of the big ticket items. And then I'll just kind of give an overall explanation with some detail. And then I'm going to rely on the home inspection report after you review it to field any questions you may have. We can do that via conference call, personal conversation, or through email correspondence, whatever you prefer. The roof on this building was put on in 2016. It's architectural shingles, and they looked real good to me when I got up there. It looked like they did a decent job putting them on. It's a hip roof, which is really cool because that type of roof is really good in handling wind. You've got 4 planes, 1 plane on each side of the home. So that's going to yield you a discount on your insurance, I'm sure of that. Plus, with the shingles only being 3 years old, it looks like you've got a long life expectancy on this particular roof. That's a good thing. I looked at the air conditioning system. That system is a 2.5-ton Rheem system, and it was installed, I believe, around 2012, 2013, based on the manufacturer's dates on the equipment. That's the inside unit and the outside unit. I ran the system in heat and cool. It produced heating, it produced cooling. The furnace is natural gas, just so you're aware of the fuel source. It's a central HVAC system. Ductwork seems to be working just fine. I didn't have any real major problems with air condition or roof. Moving on to the electrical. The electrical system, the wiring looks good, the panel looks good. I mean, I always catch a few little things here and there, but overall, I mean, it did real well. Murray is a brand of panel. That's M-U-R-R-A-Y. That's an older brand. It's a stab block type of panel. And I just want you to be aware of that because these days, insurance carriers, it's anybody's guess as to what brand name panels they may or may not have a problem with. Everyone knows the usual suspects in that arena. Murray's not one that I'm familiar with as far as being a problem with insurance, but it's an older panel. I just want you to be aware of that, and it is similar in design to some problem panels that they do have issues with. I infrared scanned the electrical equipment, and all the temperatures seemed normal at the time that I was here. So I don't have any real issues. It's 200 amp service with copper branch distribution wiring. The plumbing was a pleasant surprise because this home was built in 1995, so I thought it was either going to be all copper or it could have been possibly polybutylene. But in this case, it looks like you've got PVC pipes that come in from the meter to the home. And then everything that's visible and accessible to me is CPVC, which is exactly what they use even in today's plumbing installations. So water pressure was about 53 pounds per square inch, which is well within range. There were no issues with supply or drainage. It's PVC drainage out, a public sewer system. I ran water in the kitchen and in the bathrooms for a decent amount of time while I did my inspection, and I didn't have any incidents with backing up plumbing or really leaking plumbing. So overall, I think the roof, the AC, and the plumbing are good. Structurally, it seems pretty sound. There are some conditions around the perimeter of the building that need better management. I'll itemize those as we move forward into the inspection report, and then naturally we can discuss them further in the future. But overall, I'm going to say it inspected really well. And then there was one item that is a situation that happened while we were here. I just wanted to be on record. I had to contact the listing agent and also the sellers. What happened was I ran the sprinkler system for the home. The sprinkler system's in bad shape. There's a control panel in the garage. It does turn the system on, but the actual mechanics of the system have been altered. The backflow valve has been terminated or removed, so there's no way to actually shut the sprinkler system off independently. Secondly, the valves are sticking. So right now, as I'm standing here doing this video, the sprinkler system is still running because there's no way to shut it down. In the plumbing system, there is no main water shutoff valve for this house that was visible or accessible to me. I asked the selling agent and the homeowners if they were aware of any of these things and where they're located, and they are not. So what that leaves me to do is to turn the water off from the water meter, which I did. However, the water meter is defective because that valve, when you shut the valve all the way off, does not fully shut off the flow of water to the house. So I've minimized the flow of water to the home, and even though the sprinklers are still running, they're running at a lower volume, which is good for this particular homeowner at this moment because of her water bill, obviously. I'm going to recommend repair of the system and further evaluation of the system to be able to figure out what needs to be done to get it to standard. My name is Paul. This is PJM Incorporated. This is 267 Margate Drive. Thank you for your business. I'll have the report generated to you by the time you see this video. You'll probably be reading it. Have a good day.